Hey everyone, welcome back to my video series, New and Reconfirmed. This is where I break down wisdom from podcasts, books, influencers talking about great topics, just everything where knowledge can be found. And I break the main takeaways and the key action steps. And in today's episode, we're going to be breaking down Elon Musk on the Lex Fridman podcast. I'm very excited to get to it because full of great wisdom from Lex himself and also Elon, two great powerhouses coming together, and that's what it's all about. So we'll get straight to it so we can give you the knowledge. Lex Fridman podcast and Elon Musk, key insights. Welcome to a deep dive into the podcast where Elon Musk shares his vision on technology, society, and personal philosophy. We'll explore his candid thoughts on energy, artificial intelligence, regulation, social media, and productivity. Prepare for a journey through the pragmatic and future-focused mindset of one of today's most influential innovators. What drives Elon Musk's worldview? Well, global scale ambitions. So he's from Mars colonization to AI safety. The first principles thinking about breaking problems down to the fundamental truth. And that's what I really take away from his whole mindset. He gets to the root problem of everything. He understands, okay, what's the main focus? I'm not going to go through the chain of command. I'm going to go directly to the person that has this problem. What's his pain point? How can I fix this? And how can I make it the most efficient thing possible? The way he breaks things down is incredible. Relentless curiosity, constantly questioning established norms. So you can understand, hey, everything seems normal, it's always been run like this, but have a little twist to it. Okay, it's always been ran like this, but how can we improve it? It's normal, but how can we change it up? Is there a unique way to do it and do it better? Always trying to not change the system, but try and think, is there a better way to do it? The future of energy, challenges and solutions, sustainable transition. So he advocates rapid shift from fossil fuels to renewable energy. Global scalability. His solutions must work for billions, not just wealthy nations. He spoke about helping those in crisis. There was, I believe it was floods or landslides or something like that, and people up in the mountains had no way of communication. He wanted to give them Starlink and help them out so they could communicate and ask for help and, ask what they need and all that. He wanted to help those that needed it and not just the wealthy billionaires and whatnot. Storage innovation. Renewable energy plus storage is essential infrastructure. Not just producing all that good energy, but a way to store all that data and the best way for it to be stored. It's incredible the way he's thinking. Action step. Scale drives energy revolution. Evaluation scale. Will this work at a 1 million unit production level? Eliminate complexity. Design solutions optimized for volume manufacturing and prioritize efficiency. Focus on low cost, high impact outcomes. If you think about this in your business or in your day-to-day life, you can definitely translate it to that. Is what I'm doing right now low cost to myself and has a high impact? Low cost, getting out 8 hours of sleep, that's a low thing to do, but the impact of that is massive. There's always something to take away from all this. AI, promise, perils, and responsibility. So this is all talking about our future with the AI. The opportunity, unprecedented potential for human advancement. Regulations, proactive guardrails to ensure safety. Risk, humanity's biggest existential crisis. And transparency, need for open development and oversight. His outlook on AI is very interesting. Having AI systems to help you in everyday life, having them to assist you, and always communicating with them. You just put the voice emote on and just have a back and forth conversation with it. You can problem solve with it. You can deep dive into your day-to-day tasks and find the best way to do something, or oh, it's genius. But he's constantly changing the way AI is for the future. Like, it's insane. And if you deep dive into this podcast and hear what he's talking about and all, it's truly inspiring. Action step for this is practical AI development. Utility focus, build for real world applications like we talked about. Engineer ethics, so involve technical teams in the ethical decision making. And open research, champion transparency in AI safety. Always being transparent so you're not freaking out, the public and whatnot. Regulation and law, clarity over complexity. Simple rules win. Short, understandable regulations outperform lengthy legalese. They encourage compliance and innovation. Complex rules often hide special interests and create unintended consequences. Keep it simple, stupid is always the key. Smart contracts reality. Plain language beats code for most agreements. Human judgment remains essential for contract interpretation. Bureaucracy often stifles the innovation it aims to protect. Social media impact and responsibility, the power and influence of it all. So social platforms reshape public discourse and opinion formation. Their algorithms can manipulate attention and emotion of all. Echo chambers, users increasingly see only content that confirms existing beliefs. This polarizes societies and reduces the understanding. Content moderation, balancing free speech with harmful content prevention remains a complex challenge requiring transparency. Personal philosophy in simplicity, humor, and action. Ask what's the physics to find first principles. Ignore conventions that lack logical foundation. Leverage humor, use laughter to diffuse tension and spark creativity. Humor breaks mental barriers. Execute relentlessly. Don't be afraid to try, fail, and fix fast. Iteration beats perfection seeking. And we talk about that constantly on this YouTube channel, about always, pivoting, and always trying to build that momentum, and don't always seek perfection. Building the future one principle at a time. 1. Scale design for global impact. 2. Clarity. Simplify the complex. 3. Rigor. Apply first principle thinking. 4. Action. Execute with urgency. Speed is always the key in everything you do. Progress requires challenging what's normal. The world moves forward through pragmatic, high-impact action. Elon Musk is full of great wisdom. I couldn't completely put every bit of gold that I found in that podcast, but I always implore you to go check out the podcast itself. You understand a lot more. It might strike a new chord for you, but I do just love to digest these bits of wisdom and try and put it into a digestible platform for all to see, and just another way to target people, because there's so much gold and you can only take so much, but the good shit sticks, honestly, and that's what I've always thought. But I'll put it down in the below so you can all see, and I hope you got something from this. And if you want to see more bits of wisdom and more podcasts I've digested with the New and Reconfirmed series, then you can be found right here. And as always, I'm Jaden Connolly, and thank you for watching.